It's the National Football League.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. The Raiders offense heading out with their new man under center for 2023, the former Patriot, former 49er, Jimmy Garoppolo.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why the defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Yeah, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little? And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Boy, how about this to start a ball game? That's twice in a row now, Charles, that they get to it.
And how often do we talk about offenses that operate off of a script?
And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety.
An absolutely dominating series from that pass rush to record the safety. 3 sacks in a row shouldn't be possible against an NFL offensive line. But there they are, dropping him on 3 straight reps, the last of which came in the end zone for 2 points.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at the 34. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So, I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
Finding Williams once more, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Max Crosby, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Play action, it's Goff. That pass caught, it's Williams. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. 4th down, a give to Gibbs. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Garoppolo's throw into the hands of Hooper. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. Now a 2nd and 6. Garoppolo now. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance.
And he's going to go down. Back back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Throws right side, and that's complete. And in for the Lions touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ballgame as they come up 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there.
And Kelvin Joseph that time in on the tackle.
Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. On play action, now Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 43. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Jameson Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession.
He's been really good in the yardage category, yet to hit the end zone, however.
A minor blemish against him right now because the work he's doing catching the ball, in some ways he's helping serve as good ball control because the big plays that he's making have really helped out his team.
Absolutely. They're winning on the scoreboard here in quarter number 2. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
Another run for Gibbs here.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year.
And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
So out come the Raiders. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Multiple rushers break through the drop-in for the 7th time this game.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? They'll look to throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Lions to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At the 34. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Second and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. Well, he'll be stopped at about the 38 after a pickup of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic.
But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
That is caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 24 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Gibbs straight ahead. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great play.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They caught him on back-to-back plays breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play, and on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out.
Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. On 1st and 10, Goff. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 25 yards that time. Now Goff. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Lions are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Raider offense heading back for one final first half drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10.
Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, where it was the Panthers who were able to come away with the home victory. Miles Sanders, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we take the long trip across the country, about as far as you can go. Check on the Seahawks in Seattle. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. DK Metcalf, a touchdown catch.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their...
And now the rookie's free.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. 111 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
They'll go again with Gibbs.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs,
his second touchdown of the night.
And the Lions come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
2 yards to go, second down.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a gain of 34. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leave.
Touchdown, Raiders! Hunter Renfrow, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that will cut this lead down to 25. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards.
And it was Hunter Renfrow who capped things off with a touchdown reception.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Khalif Raymond now.
Here's Khalif Raymond to return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. But Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again.
He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see it back. Just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Off play action. Here's Goff.
That is caught by Laporta. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line.
A big play there for Detroit. 48 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Gibbs is into the end zone. A touchdown, Lions. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
And it's fielded at the 34. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
It's caught inside the 25.
And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
A big play there for Detroit. And even 50 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
They'll run with Gibbs.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Lions get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto.
Back now at Ford Field. Here we go. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Fighting to stay upright.
And he couldn't square up to throw there, and it falls incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the 1st half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the 1st target in the 2nd half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. But Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out.
I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there.
And it's intercepted.
Picked off by Robert Spillane.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, second down.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Touchdown! Davante Adams. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Raymond now on the return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Detroit's offense ready to take over. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff.
He's got this to Williams, complete.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one goes for 36 yards.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big 4th quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
They'll try to run with Gibbs.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Garoppolo to throw.
A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Here's A.J. Cole now,
standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And taken at the 46. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 171 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Going back to Gibbs on first down.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back.
2nd and 9.
They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10, marking down at the 9. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And off now to Gibbs.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Patterson now for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That time a 6-play drive. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Garoppolo. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas.
This is fielded at the 27. So a change of possession here on the punt. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over.
And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Detroit. 61 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Throwing now, Goff. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to...
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack, And a turnover on downs. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And for the 3rd time now, this is going to wind up a safety. Unbelievable.
Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? That's what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there's no shortage of